Good afternoon and salutations. My name is Calypso, aka Mint Carousel, and welcome to the stream. It's very interesting, the time it took since Moonfire Fox Girl, hello, commented, LMAO at that title, which if you're watching on YouTube, you don't know the title. For Twitch. But anyway, the time between the comment and when Twitch told me that I had one viewer was like a minute, which is interesting. But anyway, enough about that. So yeah, anyway, okay, so news. I have news. I have my headphones, new headphones, wired, so it's not gonna the music's not gonna cut out, or the audio, not just the music, the audio itself isn't gonna cut out in one ear annoyingly, which it did a little bit in yesterday's stream, but mostly it just interrupted Scale's dialogue, so like I really didn't care, and it was just, it's fine. But counters like that work according to eventual accuracy. They aren't actually time synced. Eventual accuracy. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I don't like starting unless I know that there's... Oh yeah, okay, that makes... Well, actually it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna need like 15 minutes of in info dumping, to understand. YouTube view counts as the best example. Well, anyway, so I have my new headphones, so that's good. They're very different, like, they're very different from my old headphones, which the diameter of like the actual phones were, and like the padding was much bigger in my old headphones than these ones. So it's kind of uncomfortable if I have my hair tied up, but if I leave my hair down, which doesn't matter to you guys because I don't have a camera, I have to have my hair down, and then it's fine. And actually, these headphones are kind of comfortable if I have my hair as padding between my ears and my and the actual headphones. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Actually, I just rambling. Let's get going and get to electing Scale, the bastard. Okay. Okay. Sunday evening. Having taken the Shinkansen back to Tokyo, I returned to Lion House not long before the last train. I cast my mind back over today's events. Oh, good! I can't believe we're getting a recap from last episode. Air quotes episode. Oh, that's great. Worked out perfectly. I got on the very first train available to see my gran. She was in the hospital. While fine, they said she had suffered a minor sprain. Even something like that can take a while to heal when you're old, so I'm a bit worried. Once we were alone, she told me everything that happened between midnight and morning. She seems to remember both someone assailing her and someone saving her. Easy to guess which one Alan was. Apparently, he told her that Scale had kidnapped her for money. Not only that, but that he also dealt with Scale. He recommended that she go to the police, but she opted not to. She believed that Scale would learn from this and regret his actions. He doesn't have a lot of time. If it were anyone else, she would have reported them immediately. But she was fine with it so long as she was the only victim. Okay. To that effect, she told the doctor that she twisted her foot in the bathroom. She's oddly stubborn at times like this. Once checked out of the hospital, we went back to our relative's house, where she made us some coffee. Noticing that something else, with the other headphones, my voice was kind of muted, and so I had to learn to still project without knowing how loud I'm being, but I can hear my voice perfectly well with these headphones. Very interesting. I have to get used to that. Okay. Now I wonder if I was being too... No. I've watched some of the Fatal 12 things and some of the other things. I don't think I was being too... Anyway. Once checked out of the hospital, we went back to her relative's house, where she made us some coffee. Oh wait, this isn't a recap to what I did. This is a recap to what she did, and so it's okay, never mind. But still, the joke was funny. It had been so long since I saw her that I could feel my tear-filled eyes burning. Not because I was lonely or sad. It was out of relief from knowing she was fine. She wasn't bothered in the slightest by how I had been running the store. In fact, she was happy that I was still running it in her absence. Most importantly, though, she said she was worried about me. That alone made me feel at ease. I was worried about how the store was doing, so I made sure to ask her about it. As I thought, Lionhouse was currently in the red. Apparently that wasn't an issue, though. I'm not too sure on the specifics, but my ground is making enough from her real estate venture to balance things out. She really did have everything together. There were plenty of things I wanted to talk to her about. School, the regulars at Lionhouse, Naomi and Mao, and Miharu, too. Most of all, though, divine selection. That, and my determination to live. As it turned out, I couldn't bring most of it up. That was fine, though. I was able to remind myself that I still had a place to call home, that my gran would be there for me. She was as strict as ever, though. The moment I let it slip that I had school tomorrow, she told me to head back home so I could make it on time. It'd take over 4 hours to get back, but even so, she was relentless. Her plans to come back next week got cancelled thanks to her sprain, too. Instead, she said she would stay there until I had fully recovered. That's actually a really funny, way of keeping her, out of the main story. As long as she's not in Tokyo, in the area that the game is happening, that the story is happening, we don't have to make a sprite for her. It was fortunate that she got away with something so minor, but I was a bit disappointed that I'd have to wait longer to treat her to some coffee. She had some parting words of wisdom for me, too. You shouldn't hate or resent people. What's important is getting to know them. Yeah, but we did get to know Scale, and so we're done. And then he did this, so we're done. So she said. Actually, we didn't get to know Scale. He lied. I just remembered that. But we did, in a way, get to know Scale. I never once mentioned Scale or you, and yet it's like she saw right through me. Maybe it was easy to do when it involved someone you raised. I nod to myself in reaffirmation. Divine selection is tonight. I won't resent Scale if she's forgiven him. I still have every intention of eliminating him, though. That's a choice I've made for myself. In that case, there's only one thing I can do. Get to know and remember him. Having settled on that, I get myself ready and crawl into bed. Oh, yeah, that did skip, huh?
ごきげんよう。運命の奴隷の皆様。
I mean, technically, we've heard this voice line a million times, or... Actually... 9 times. 9. Maybe? I'm guessing it's every week. We hear it once a week, so 9. Anyway. Go Kigenyo! Oh shit! I just remembered! Oh my god. Okay. Was the whole thing with Paruka and Miharu foreshadowed? +1 if you count the special variant for the remembering of the first meeting. Okay, so yeah, okay. But I think it was foreshadowed. Well, okay. It's either a coincidence but like, given that they are actually connected, and like Paruka lived in Miharu's head for like all of her life, practically. I don't think this is a coincidence, but remember, the game made a point that Paruka laughed like Miharu in that one scene. I don't remember. It was right after some sort of like first meeting, or it was during when Miharu Scale. I don't know if Odette was betrayed yet at that point, and Federico, and we heard Miharu do that like laugh kind of thing, and then Paruka did the same laugh, and it did. I thought of that last night laying in bed. I was like, oh my god, like it's very okay. Holy shit. Okay. Alright. I take a look around the Court of Fate. Alright, let's get back into it. Only 5 participants remain. Numeral 1, myself. Numeral 2, Miharu. Numeral 3, Federico. Numeral 9, Scale. Numeral 12, Alan.
この運命の大広間もずいぶん寂しくなってしまいましたわね。
Ooh, comment. Okay. Also, I have a theory that Miharu doesn't like that Miharu doesn't like animals because animals never liked her as a kid because they could sense Paruka. Unless there's not much evidence for that. There's only one interaction of cats, and so there's no direct evidence. So we only have one instance of Lete interacting with her as we can see, and I doubt even if we went back to it there would be any direct evidence of anything. Unless, well, okay, anyway,
そんなこと言ってあんたは喜んでいるんだろ。
What?
もう失礼ですわね。私はお話の相手が減ってしまって寂しく思っていますわ。
If she's telling the truth, then that means maybe she's not really super down with the divine selection in its entirety, like only getting to talk with one person until that person dies and this whole thing starts over again. Huh, interesting. Could she be reasoned with?
おい女神。
なんでしょうか、ぶしつけに。まったくあなたも失礼ですわね。
茶番はいい。聞かせてくれ。この女神の選定の最後の一人になった時、僕たちは貴様の器になるというのは本当か？
おや？
Alan fires a blunt question at her. He must have heard about it from Scale. I doubt Scale would give that info away for free, though, so they must have exchanged information. Information. Paruka averts her eyes from Alan for a moment. Not just for fun, though. It looks like she wants to examine Miharu's expression.
今のが答えというわけか。
もしお気に召さないのなら、今すぐ誰かに あなた様自身のカードをお渡しして脱落していただいても構いませんよ。
はは。
僕はただ真実か確認したかっただけだ。死の運命を乗り越えて12週間後以降も生き残れる。それに変わりはないのだろ。
もちろんでございますわ。
ならば構わない。
構わないってことはあるか。ちょっと待て。
Alright!
それはどういうことだ。
Oh man, Federico is the only one not to know. But he's like the quintessential character archetype for the guy who's last to know anything. Oh, that's funny. Parker takes a good look at all the participants following Federico's question. My eyes meet with hers. She is smiling.
この様子ではどうやらあなた様以外はすでにご存知のようですわね。とはいえ私ももう少しおしゃべりをしたいと思っていたところ、お話。
おい。
Lol. How you doing? Scale interrupts her. He is glaring into Parker's eyes. No doubt that I'm the cause behind him doing so. It's of no concern to me, though, so I just listen in on their exchange.
今回の選定で脱落する奴もいるんだ。生き残った後のことを話さなくたっていいだろう。そいつが先の話を聞いてもただ虚しくなるだけとは思わないかい。
それもそうですわね。私としてはあなた様のような必死の姿を見るのも楽しいのですけれども。
畜生、俺は。
Oh, also. Same.
畜生。
この後に及んでか。
Right. I sneak a glimpse at Alan and notice that he actually has the makings of a smile in his face. Oh, the makings of a smile! That's great. If there's anyone who my impression of has changed the most since Divine Selection began, it's him. In fact, I'd be willing to bet that he's changed himself. There's no way the person from back then would save my gran.
俺を指名しようとする奴がいるなら考え直してくれ。すまん。俺も生きたかっただけなんだ。
Lol. Scale crumples down to his knees and smacks the platform he stands on. Oh my god! Not a single person addresses him, though. Instead, it's Parker's voice that rings out.
それでは今宵の選定を開始いたしましょう。
Parker's like, I love it when people are desperate, but god, that's too much for me. Let's just get this started. The clock we've become accustomed to begins to move.
回りなさい。運命の大時計。
A clock hand points at me. Parker's gaze follows.
さて一番様、あなた様は指名を行いますか？
私は9番あなたを指名する。
どうしてだ。結局あんたのばあさんは無事だったじゃないか。なのにどうして。
The fuck? Bruh.
おばあ様に何かしたのか。
さあ、こうなったら今のうちにお前らの。
He shoots back up to his feet and starts to scream. There's some English mixed in there, but I can't understand any of it. Even so, it's easy to tell he's just swearing at us.
お黙りなさい。
Park is fucking done. Oh shit. Ah! Oh shit! Scale's screams become inaudible as if in response to her command. You can see his mouth moving, but no sound escapes his lips. Oh fuck. He eventually notices it as well, which causes him to stop.
僕は今夜指名をしないよ。
俺もなしだ。
The dial turns to Scale.
俺は
Sounds like we can hear him again. He locks his gaze onto Mihara before shouting again.
2番を指名する。今度こそ防御でも何でも破壊して脱落させてやる。
くす、見苦しいな。女神、それは不可能なはずだろ。
もちろんですわ。一度防御し合った方同士では指名は行えませんもの。
くそ。
Scale sits down following that, like he suddenly lost the will to live. I can't tell what he's thinking anymore. The dial continues its revolution, this time pointing toward Alan.
僕も指名はない。
Smug. Perka makes her way back to the center of the room once we're all done. She signals the next step in her standard ethereal tone.
それではこれより1番様による9番様の指名を開始いたしますわ。
The platform beneath me begins to rise the moment I nod in assent. Huh, assent. It's an involuntary pun. I love how I don't know what Rinka's thinking exactly, because everything that's happening is just so cut and dry, like professional, that she's just like, I'm here, I've decided to do this. No matter what you did, it's not going to make me angry anymore. I'm just like, I'm here, and I'm going to do it. And that's all there is to it. But there might be something she does or says in the election area. Anyway, did I read stuff? Okay, I did that. It makes its way up in a spiral-like movement at a consistent pace. Eventually, I reach an area I've become familiar with. Oh boy. This marks the second time I've been to the upper stratum. I've come to bear the burden of my decision. Standing across from me is, of course, Scale.
俺が憎いかい。無理もないよな。俺はお前のババアを人質に取った。どこか怪我くらいはしているかもしれねえ。俺の使命はその復讐ってわけだな。お前は正義の側にいるよ。しかし、悪いが、俺だって正義の側にいるんだ。
Oh, it's not revenge. Please, rip apart his entire worldview and ideology and...
生きたいと思うことは何にも勝る理由だ。だから俺の行動は全て正しく必要なことだった。
What is the difference?
お前がこれから殺すのは紛れもなく人間だよ。
分かっています。
Uh-huh. He continues to glare at me. I know what he's doing. He's trying to get information out of me by having me sympathize with him. Funnily enough, I find his determination to do so almost admirable. I can't comment on whether his actions were just or not, but at the very least, there's not a single person who would deny his will to live.
私はあなたを恨まないし、憎みません。だっておばあちゃんは あなたを許していたから。
強がりかい。
そう思うならあなたの勝手。
I pause for a moment before I continue.
あなたから聞いたあなたの人生を私は忘れません。あなたの人格をこうやって最後の最後まで生きようとしたことも忘れません。私はあなたを脱落させる。だから呪ってもいいです。私はその呪いも知ってあなたのことを知りますから。
そうかい。じゃあ今すぐ指名を取り下げてくれ。
Can't she do that?
残念ですわ。もし一番様にそのつもりがあっても、もう指名を取り下げることはできませんもの。
Huh. Brekka butts in our conversation. Much like last time, she seems to have appeared sometime after the two of us completed our ascent.
悪いけどそもそも指名を取り下げる気はない。
Whoa. I make my... I make my intentions clear to her. I find myself surprisingly calm in this situation.
女神様なら別の質問だ。例えばこのままずっといたらどうなるんだい。俺は死にたくないんだ。生きたいんだ。
There doesn't seem to be like much to do. Like the whole point of being alive is that there's other people and stuff to do, right? And like art and nature and like other people to talk to about things, and like there seems to be nothing here. I don't know, that seems like a fate worse than death actually.
そうですね。この場所の時間は現実世界とは切り離されていますけれど、あまり長くいすぎると本来の運命と乖離しすぎて戻れなくなってしまうかもしれません。
Interesting.
その場合例えばずっとここにいることになるのか。
I think that'd be
そ
worse.
れは死なないってことと同義か。
That would be worse than dying. If there's nothing else, then it's just gone. You're not there to perceive the actual, like, what the, like... It's just nothing, right? That seems
あ
like
なた
worse.
様のような人間で試したことはありませんし、あくまで予想ですけれど。
もういいだろう。
Whoa. Interrupting the two of them, I open my card book. The cards in my possession float out in response.
ああ、もうまたいきなり。いいですわ。カードの選択を始めてください。
Might be particularly afraid of the unknown aspect of death. Alright. I mean, I'm afraid that there is gonna be nothing after it, like... Actually, that's a little too personal. Never mind. But, this might be weird and I might change my mind when I'm, like, actually closer to dying, but, I just hope it's at least interesting. Which might be something bad to wish for, but, yeah, whatever.
自分の死に潔くなれなんて私は言わない。むしろ最後までどうにかして生きようとする。
Oh.
あなたが正解かもしれない。きっと私じゃあなたのことを知ることはできない。分かり合うこともできない。あなただって自分の生きたいって気持ちを私に理解されたくはないでしょう。
I pick up the first card containing his information.
氏名スケール・ジョーンズ。
なあ、お前ごときに俺のことを理解されてたまるか。俺は怖がりなんだ。俺は情報を集めるのが好きだ。写真の次に好きなのがそれだ。わからないことを減らしていくことは恐怖を軽減していくのと同じこと。
That leads into what you said, Moonfire Fox Girl, in the comments. I think he might be particularly afraid of the unknown aspect to death. He just confirmed that right here. The more you know, the less there is to fear. Yo, I don't know if you remembered that line particularly, but confirmation. Piece of literary analysis that was actually just correct. That's a first question mark? Okay.
一方でどうだ。死ってのは誰も本質がつかめない。誰もわからないことは、つまりこの世で最も怖いことだろ
う。Okay, that was somehow even more direct confirmation.
死因、事故死。
That's interesting. An accident. You can't predict accidents. By their very nature, you can never know when they're going to happen. Knowing is his whole thing. Oh, that's good. I wonder if there's more literary and like thematic connections between the other. Yeah, you just remembered, okay. But yeah. I wonder if there's any other thematic connections between the other's deaths. I'll have to think about it. Because technically Winka's wasn't a fire, it was suffocation. The paparazzi chase very much on him. Oh yeah, of course it was on him. But still an accident. Still didn't know it was gonna happen. No, you can read... Yeah. Winka's wasn't fire because it was suffocation. I wonder what that means, if it means anything. But anyway, let's choose another card. Did I read that? Yeah, no, you read. Winka read that, technically. Read the voice actor.
一つ言っておかないとな。お前に話した俺の人生、後半は嘘だ。
Okay,
俺の周りに父親のスキャンダルが原因で自殺した奴はいない。パパラッチになったのもそっちの方が自由で金になるからだ。悪いが使命感よりかは充実感の方が大きいさ。もっともこれを聞いたところでお前は俺への評価は変えないんだろうな。生きるための努力と受け入れてしまうんだろうな。お前が俺を理解できないように。
未練、金メダル。
doesn't even react. That's okay, I like that. It doesn't even react. I read the final card's contents. Make sure to keep my eyes locked on him all the while.
俺もお前を理解できない。
All three cards float away from me once I'm done. When they reach the middle of the Court of Fate, they converge and form a triangular shape, which causes light to spill out from them.
不気味だぜ、獅子舞凛か。
I can't see Skill's face anymore thanks to the light. The scenery switches to a highway with more than 3 lanes going either direction. I'm inside a car that was easily going over 60 miles per hour, chasing down a fancy car in front of it. Inside that car were a man and woman, both barely visible. A number of other paparazzi had been chasing them, but they eventually gave up. Scale was the only one remaining now. He'd have his hands on a massive scoop if he persevered here. And then... he lost control of the car along a sharp turn. throwing him into the opposite lane and in front of an oncoming truck. The impact of the crash obliterated the car. A photograph he had kept with him in the car entered his line of sight as his life faded to black. A photo of his best friend from college. A friend who faced false allegations of drug abuse, the fallout of which caused him to commit suicide. He was the same age as Scale and a candidate for the track and field events at the Olympics. The car and its driver may have been crippled beyond saving, but the camera hanging from the ladder's neck was somehow intact. I had to calm myself down once I was done seeing the moment Scale died. Comment. Also, it's ironic that he dies to someone he, by his own admission, cannot understand, so is basically an unknown to him. Yeah. It really is too much to be shown another person's death.
でも
It's someone else's death. I'll never forget Scale, but that won't stop me from following the path I've chosen for myself. That's why I can cope.
いかがでしたか？
The fuck kind of question was that? The fuck kind of question? Parka. What? Parka.
感想なんて何もないよ。
The fuck, Parka? My response is short and to the point. She's taking pleasure in our struggles against one another. Even worse, she's making no attempt to hide it. She reads out Scale's cards to me with indifference after that. My answer must not have been to her liking. She's thinking, God... She's thinking, damn it, if I'm stuck with her, it's gonna be boring. Or whatever.
さて、それでは下に行くまでにあなた様はどのカードを取得するか選んでいてくださいませ。
My platform begins to move after I receive her instructions, slowly making its descent. That's how my second election ends. Okay. I lock eyes with Miharu upon my return to the lower area. She takes a moment before nodding. She must have realized where I'm going with this.
2番未練をもらう。
Oh! Miharu's regret. Miharu likely expected it the moment she knew I was going to eliminate him. This is necessary for us to elect and protect ourselves from one another. More importantly, her willingness to let me have it is proof of her trust in me. I have to admit its contents are a bit surprising. Written on it is none other than my own name. Surprised as I am by this, it makes sense to me now considering her confession. She really cares for me this much. Miharu is blushing next to me, but she makes an effort to seem inconspicuous.
それでは今宵の脱落者は1名。
おい、待ってくれ。
Yes, what is it?
私の決め台詞でございましたのに。
After rehearsed? Oh! She rehearses these lines? Please. Oh, I don't know if she can create new... Well, okay, so actually, no, technically what they're seeing is, like, physical representations of things that allow humans to make sense of this world. But just imagine she, like, produces a full like a body length mirror and practices the lines and like the dramatic poses she does, right? Oh, but she does. Oh, I'm just thinking about that brings me joy. Haven't listened to it, but there's a whole episode of the voice drama DLC just about her being bored. Oh my god. Okay. That's amazing.
いいだろそんなことは。言ったはずだぜ。指名が終わった後に女神の器ってのが何か話すってよ。
Ooh, yes. Good, good, yes.
これ以上何をお話しすればよいのでしょう。
ち、そうだな。この選定で生き残ったやつが女神の器とやらになってあんたの入れ物になるってのは分かった。ただし入れ物になったところで最後の一人が生き残れることに変わりはねえってのも分かった。気分は悪いが俺たちが生き残れるっていう一番大事なところが覆されないの。まあいいとしよう。俺が聞きたいのはその先だ。
先でございますか？
女神の器ってのになったやつはあんたの力神の力を使えるのか？
Having been told the full story by Mayhara already, I already know that isn't the case. She mentioned being able to talk with Parker in her dreams, but nothing about being able to use her powers. Parker just uses your body as a place to stay. You don't become some kind of divine being or anything. If anything, it's basically the same as making a folder on a computer named Parka and encrypting it. Folder named Parka.
あんたの器になることでメリットはあるのか？
You get to talk to Parka forever until you die. That's the benefit.
私と夢の中でお話ができますわ。
I called. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh my god. Oh my god. She just said, "Oh, hi." Oh my goodness, I did not notice that. That was 40 minutes ago? Soup Mode Zero has just followed. Thank you for following. Thank you very much. I don't know if you're, well, actually, I'm pretty sure you aren't, caught up to the game yet. I know, I know this person from elsewhere. So I actually do hope you're not here with us right now because this is so far deep into the game. Unless you already know this game. Anyway, I'm kind of just rambling on, talking about ifs and hypotheticals, so I'm just gonna stop that right now. But thank you for following. Alright, let's continue.
興味ねえよ。あんたみたいなチンチクに。っていうかなんだ。それはデメリットじゃねえか。
Hey, I'm interested. I think I would get along very well with Perka, actually. It'd be very funny. I don't think she'd ever get uninteresting, is my point.
夢に出てくんのか。ち、うぜえな、そいつは。
I do get it, Moonfire Fox Girl. I do get it.
あら、しかし私は運命の女神。あなた様の中にいたとしても運命を紡ぎ替えることは可能でございますわよ。
Interesting that you say that. Ability to reshape fate itself.
なんだって。
Federico isn't the only one taken aback. Mihara seems somewhat surprised herself. Same goes for me.
私には意志がありますから。私の気まぐれですけれども。
Interesting.
私は面白いことが好きですわ。だから器になった方が面白いものを見せてくだされば、たまには気まぐれに運命を変えて差し上げる。
神というのは随分といい加減なのだな。
失礼してしまいますわね。私は女神。あなた様には測れない世界に存在するもの。あなた様方の運命の行く末など娯楽に過ぎません。
なるほど。そいつは面白い。全言撤回だ。俺の中に入ってきたなら精一杯楽しませてやるぜ。
The fact that I'm not changing my feelings on becoming a vessel for Parka, even after Parka said that, means there's probably something wrong with me. Anyway.
なんだかお酒臭そうできる限りお断りしたいですわ。
But you're in his dream world. Is it still gonna smell of alcohol?
Oi!
Both of them end up laughing as they make fun of each other after that. I guess he's hardly normal if he's made it this far.
僕の中にいても運命を変えられた。あるいは変えていた。
Mihara lets her thoughts slip out. She catches herself and checks to make sure that Alan Federico didn't hear her. I can't bring it up now, but she might know something we don't in regards to Parker's intervention with fate.
もっとも、私の器になれるのはたった一人。皆様も余計なことを考えるいとまがございましたら、自分が残ることを最優先にお考えくださいませ。それでは今宵の選定はここでおしまい。また来週この場所でお会いいたしましょう。
Bye, Parka! We've somehow ended up with even more questions this late in. That being said, I can tell we're about to enter the final stretch. Yes, there's only 3 weeks. Well, wait, no, this is... Yeah, there's only 3 weeks left. Yes, 3. I can do math. I can do basic arithmetic.
ひとまず
Hi!
お疲れ様と言っておこう。今宵は君も一人の運命を終わらせた。
We're at 50. We're gonna hear this one out. These are usually short. I hope,
君の見えないところで、君の心には大きな負担になってしまったようだけれど。
Interesting. Did that...
君の見えないところで、君の心には大きな負担になってしまったようだけれど。
Okay, it doesn't... Okay.
もっとも、君はすでに自分が一人ではないことを知っているね。それは、君にとって最も大きな力だと私は思っているよ。
I figure I'll wake up in the real world, but it seems fate isn't quite done with me for the night. Instead, I'm face to face with a man that I've grown accustomed to appearing in my dreams. As usual, I can't move or say anything in response. I can only vaguely process what he's telling me.
さて、君は一つ新しいカードを手に入れたね。それは、新しい記憶を手に入れたのにも等しい。
Oh?
今夜は階段をまた一つ登った君へのお祝いだ。君の忘却を呼び戻してあげよ
う。I don't know if this guy and Parka know each other, but either way, I'd love for them to interact once, just to see what they're like in each other's company. I think we're going to save this for when we come back on the stream, actually. Yeah, that seems like a good place to stop. So, with that being said, Huh. Okay, well, okay, so we we certainly did so we eliminated Scale. He's done, he's gone. And we had some really great Parka and participants interactions. Actually, I'm just kind of what's the word, like, kind of wiped out. Not, I'm going to go for the next hour, of course, but that I don't know how I'm reacting to this right now. Hate Scale, glad is gone, love Parka, never change. Something like that. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Well, if you're watching on Twitch, the stream will stop and restart momentarily, or how much water I have? I have enough water. Okay. So it'll be pretty. It's gonna be momentarily be pretty quick. Actually, I might take a cough drop. I'll reblog the thing on the link on Tumblr, because I might take a few minutes to rest, actually. Yeah. And if you're watching on YouTube, I forgot to say this, this is the end of the video. And I thank you for watching. If you also enjoyed, please consider following on Twitch, or subscribing on YouTube, like the video. Also, if you enjoyed it. Actually, you subscribe for more videos, that's what I say, whatever. And also there's a comment thing that you can do in YouTube. It's, yeah, anyway, that's enough for those calls to action thing stuff, whatever. So, with that being said, that's it. I'll be back on the stream in a few minutes. I'm gonna take, as I said before, I'm gonna take some time to rest my voice, and the next video will go up tomorrow from the day that this video goes up on YouTube. So, okay, with all that being said, in weird jumbled order, this has been Fatal 12. I've been Calypso, aka Mint Carousel. Stay tuned.